Shoppers don't like to be guinea pigs. That's why it doesn't matter how amazing your product is, if you don't have any reviews, you're invisible, which is precisely why it's infinitely easier to sell a product the more reviews that you have. So how do you fix that? How do you get tons of reviews when you're launching a brand new product and keep the reviews coming in? Well, I'm going to show you several strategies to get reviews quickly for your product launch to build instant credibility, as well as several long-term strategies to keep the reviews flowing in consistently so you can create a viral product launch that snowballs into real momentum. But before we dive in, I need to warn you, Amazon takes review manipulation very seriously. If you try to game the system, in the best case scenario, those reviews won't get posted. However, in the worst case, you'll get banned permanently from selling on Amazon. So if we quickly take a look at Amazon's review guidelines, here's what you cannot do. Pay for or offer an incentive, such as coupons or free products in exchange for providing or removing feedback or reviews. Ask customers to write only positive reviews or ask them to remove or change a review. Solicit reviews only from customers who had a positive experience. Review your own products or a competitor's products. And although it doesn't say it here, this also includes having your friends and family leave you a review. If you want to read this full policy yourself, I'll leave a link to this page down in the description below. All right, so first, let's go over how to get reviews for your product launch so that you can build instant credibility. These are fast, short-term strategies to help you get your initial boost of reviews so that you can get your initial social proof as quickly as possible and gain momentum for your product launch. I consider these short-term strategies because they're either not sustainable long-term or they're simply not cost-effective to do so long-term. So the first strategy is Amazon's own Vine program. The Vine program is hands down one of the easiest ways to get your first batch of reviews, and it's fully supported by Amazon, but there are some catches which I'll go over in a second. How it works is Amazon Vine will help you get your first 30 reviews. You simply allocate a few of your products for the Vine program, and Amazon's trusted Vine reviewers will test your product and leave you a detailed, honest review. However, one important thing to keep in mind, there's no way to guarantee that you'll only get positive reviews. These Vine reviewers, in my experience, are generally brutally honest. If your product isn't top-notch, if it's poor quality, or if your listing doesn't accurately describe the product, you will get bad reviews. It's happened to me. Enrolling in the Vine program is actually really easy. You just need to have the following prerequisites. You must be a professional selling partner. That means you have the professional selling plan, not the free individual plan. You must have registered a brand in Amazon Brand Registry. You must be identified as a brand owner, and you must have an eligible FBA offer. And your products must meet the following criteria. Be brand registered in Amazon Brand Registry, have fewer than 30 reviews on the product detail page, have a buyable FBA offer in new condition, not be an adult product, digital, or heavy and bulky item, have already launched at the time of enrollment, have available inventory, and have an image and a description. And once you enroll in Vine, the best part is things can start happening really fast. In most cases, Vine Voices can start ordering units within 24 hours of the enrollment being completed. Vine Voices can start leaving reviews immediately after receiving units. 25% of reviews received occur within 5 days of the order, while 99% of reviews received occur within 35 days of the order. And I'll leave a link to these pages down in the description below if you want to read more about it. Now, taking advantage of the Vine program isn't free. It can cost up to $200 depending on the tier to get those 30 reviews. However, here's a pro tip. So many sellers don't know about this, but Amazon has an offer called New Seller Incentives. And one of these offers is a $200 credit for Amazon Vine, which essentially makes getting your first 30 reviews absolutely free. And who doesn't like free? Again, I'll leave a link down below on how you can claim these free credits. Now, before moving on to the next strategy, one last thing I do want to mention about Vine. We used to be able to game the system to get more than the 30 reviews limit. For example, if we had 2 variations of a product, we used to be able to create each variation as a separate product listing, get 30 reviews for each listing, then merge both listings back into a single parent-child listing, and then end up with 60 reviews. Well, you can't do that anymore. Amazon just revised how the Vine program works. You can see here that it says, when you merge two or more separate parent ASINs under a new parent ASIN, only the maximum number of reviews for your highest enrollment tier will be retained. So for example, if you merge two products that are enrolled in the top tier with 30 reviews each, your new parent ASIN will only retain the 30 highest quality reviews. All right, the next strategy I'm going to share with you to get reviews fast is with review services. These are services where shoppers can buy your products, sometimes at a deep discount, and they have the option to leave a review. These services are extremely easy to use and set up. I've used them myself with good results. You can start getting reviews rather quickly and reliably, usually within 1 to 4 weeks. There are services like Rebate Key, where you can offer your products to their community of shoppers that are looking for a discount, or FBA Reviews, where you can offer your products without a discount to their community of product testers that often leave high quality product reviews. However, if you're interested in incorporating a review service, there's one that's even better than these. In fact, I've been using this powerful tool for years, and I still do as of today, as well as my students, with excellent results. And I'll share with you what that is in a second. All right, the next strategy to get reviews quickly for your product launch is an obvious one: your friends and family. Now, I know I went over this earlier that it's strictly forbidden. However, if you are less risk adverse and you're willing to play in the gray area, then if you're extremely careful and follow my specific guidelines here, I'm going to show you how you can use your friends and family without getting in trouble. Now, to make sure you don't raise any red flags with Amazon, your friends and family members must buy your product. Amazon will let shoppers leave a review without buying the product, but you need to make sure that their reviews appear like real organic reviews. So make absolutely sure that they buy your product, and even more importantly, make sure that they wait a few days or longer after they've received the product before posting their review. It's a huge red flag if they don't buy your product or if they post a review before the product has even been delivered. And I want to point out that in order for anyone to qualify to post reviews on Amazon, Amazon shoppers must have already purchased at least $50 worth of products on Amazon first. So before your friends and family post anything, make sure that they've made enough purchases on their Amazon account. And also, before they post a review, do not underestimate the power and reach of Amazon. Amazon has an uncanny ability to catch people posting fake reviews. So to make sure that you don't get caught, make sure that you've never shared the same Wi-Fi with your friends and family. You don't live in the same household. You don't have the same last name. Don't live in the same zip code. And it may seem odd, but make sure you're not friends on Facebook or Instagram. If you are, unfriend them first. Basically, remove anything that can connect you together online. And you don't have to take my word for it. You can do a quick Google search and read countless incidences of people that got caught. So with that said, also keep in mind, the average sales to review ratio is around 1%, which means for every 100 sales, you might get one review on average. So don't go crazy getting reviews from your friends and family all at once. It's a huge red flag if you suddenly get 10 sales and all 10 customers post a review. Now, a pro tip: to get the most value out of these reviews, don't just have your friends and family write you some random review. You know your product best and what all of its features and benefits are. And if you've properly differentiated it from your competitors, like I teach in my product research and analysis videos, you know why your product is better than your competitors and what its competitive advantage is. So you write the review and have your friends and family post it. Also take some photos and a short video and have them post them along with their review. Focus on these special features and benefits. That way, other potential shoppers can see even more details of your product. This is a highly effective strategy to boost your sales. Okay, the next strategy I want to talk about to get reviews fast is a controversial one. And that's using Amazon-related Facebook groups or review trading specific groups. I see a lot of these groups that have rather large communities, but I can't stress how dangerous it is if you use them. I've seen so many horror stories of people getting caught and banned by using these review groups. It's so easy for Amazon employees to infiltrate these groups and communities and actively monitor what's going on inside. In fact, I know without a doubt this is exactly what's happening. People are sharing their products inside these groups to get reviews, so they're just asking to get caught. So do that at your own risk. You've been warned. Okay, so now let's talk about the long-term review strategies. And these are the ones that will have the biggest effect to your product's long-term success. If you've ever wished your products had thousands or tens of thousands of reviews like the top sellers do on Amazon, this is how you do it. All right, the first long-term strategy I want to share with you is a game changer. This is a strategy that I've been using for years that easily boosts the sales to review ratio from less than 1% to over 40% in some cases. So if you're going to incorporate any of these strategies that I'm sharing with you today, this is the one. Now, this strategy involves using product insert cards, but not your regular run-of-the-mill insert cards, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. But for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, a product insert card is a card that you include inside your product packaging along with your product. I'm pretty sure you've seen them before. They typically say thank you for your purchase on them, and they have more information about the product, warranty details, or any other marketing or ads on them. And almost all of them also ask the buyer to leave a product review, like the example that you see here. But the thing is, these almost always just get thrown in the garbage. That's because these product insert cards don't offer any value to your customers. It's a massive hurdle to get your customers to actually take action and leave you a product review. So instead of doing the same thing as every other seller and expecting a different result, with just a simple change, my insert cards get incredible results. My strategy is so powerful because I don't ask for a review on the insert card. In fact, I don't mention anything at all on the card other than offer massive value to my customers. Instead, what I do is offer my customers a free gift. Like you can see here, this is the actual insert card that I use. Scan here to get a free $5 Amazon gift card. Who wouldn't want that? And that's how I get them over the hurdle and into my special lead funnel where I can capture their information so that I can build my own email list and retarget them in the future, as well as ask them to leave a product review. Here's how it all works. All my customers have to do is scan the QR code that's printed on the insert card, and they'll be automatically directed to my lead funnel where I can offer them a free gift like a free Amazon gift card, a discount code, a free product, extended warranty, or anything else that suits my marketing strategy. The funnel collects their purchase information so I can verify their purchase. It also collects their contact information and email address, and then it asks them to write a review and share it on Amazon by clicking this convenient button here. With one simple click, it automatically copies their review and takes them directly to your Amazon product detail page where they can paste their review. How great is that? With this strategy, you can collect much more reviews as well as email addresses for future marketing and retargeting needs. Can you see how powerful this strategy is? But I haven't even showed you the best part. Here's what makes this lead funnel so powerful. If the customer wasn't 100% happy with their purchase, for example, they didn't choose that they were 100% satisfied here, then on the last step of the funnel, it will only collect their feedback for you to review, and the funnel won't ask them to share their review on Amazon. Notice the share your experience section is missing here. The copy and share on Amazon button isn't shown. Only when your customers are 100% happy, the funnel will then ask them to share their review on Amazon. This helps prevent bad experiences from getting shared on your Amazon product listing. And guess what? This is 100% Amazon compliant. Your customers are never incentivized to leave you only positive reviews, and they're not required to leave a review in order to redeem their free gift. Instead of your customers just throwing the card into the trash and wasting your money, this strategy catches your customers' attention by offering a very tempting value proposition, making it completely frictionless for them to claim their free gift while you collect their information and product review. And like I said, this massively boosts the sales to review ratio from the dismal less than 1% to over 40% depending on what you offer and how you set things up. That's over 40% more reviews. So how do you get your own lead funnel? Well, since so many people have been asking me how they can do this themselves over the past few years, normally you would have to hire a web developer to create a website to get this functionality, but I've gone ahead and created a tool that does this all for you. Head on over to reviewscango.com, and in just 5 easy steps, you can create a campaign, choose what type of promotion you'd like to offer, from a gift card, a coupon code, a free gift, a digital download like an ebook or warranty. And if you don't want to offer a free gift, you have the option to just collect email addresses if you want. And the tool will automatically generate a QR code like you can see here that you can download and print onto your insert cards. And just like I showed you earlier, when your customers scan the QR code, they're brought directly into your own personally branded funnel where you can collect their information and build your own email list and product reviews. Myself and my students have been using this strategy for years, and now it's even easier for all of you to as well. With ReviewScan Go, you can collect unlimited reviews and create unlimited campaigns and promotions. In fact, you can join right now and create your first campaign for free and try it out for yourself. I'll leave a link down in the description below. Okay? Now, one of the review strategies that's been around since the very beginning is sending email reminders to your customers asking them to leave a review directly through your Amazon Seller Central dashboard. You can access this option on your order history page. However, keep in mind that Amazon already sends out reminders automatically on your behalf, so you can only send one additional reminder yourself. Now, doing this strategy every day can get pretty tedious, especially if you have a lot of orders. Trust me, I've been there. So there's actually tools that will automate sending these reminders out for you. One powerful tool is by Sellerize. They have an excellent review requester tool that automates this process that can significantly help boost your reviews. For example, in the options here, you can set it to send review requests automatically based on specific user-defined criteria. You can set it to send requests based on whether the customer has left seller feedback or not. Seller feedback is separate from product reviews. Sometimes customers are unaware and leave their product review as seller feedback. So in those cases, you can reach out to them and ask them to leave a product review as well. And the most powerful feature this tool has is you can set it to only send requests to customers that have left a specific star rating, such as between 4 and 5 stars only. That way, anyone that isn't happy with their purchase, it won't send a review request to them. Additionally, you can also set it to not send requests to customers that refunded their purchase. This is an excellent feature since if a customer requested a refund, they were probably unhappy with the product, so you don't want to ask them to leave a review. You also have several other options that you can set here, as you can see, and you can also customize these settings on a per ASIN level too. So if you want to have a specific configuration for different products, you can customize them here. Sellerize has a bunch of other helpful tools too, such as how to find keywords based on sales volume, not search volume. A powerful strategy for your PPC campaigns to get your listings ranked at the top of the search results for your product launch. I have a video that goes over how to do that, and I'll have a link to that video down in the description below. I also have a coupon code for Sellerize for you to save some money on their subscription, which I'll also leave down in the video description below. Okay, now I'm going to share a tactic with you that very few people know about, and that's using online review websites. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, let's jump onto Amazon. And take note of this ceramic soap dish sold by Lofkia. If we do a search for soap dishes, we can see that their product is actually here on the first page. Now, if we do a search on Google for soap dish reviews, which shoppers often do when they're looking for product suggestions, we can see a list of websites that have done reviews and give recommendations on the top soap dishes. And if we pick one of these websites, like this one here, for example, we can see that this ceramic soap dish made by Lofkia is the #1 rated soap dish. And not only that, if we scroll down, we can see that this wood soap dish, ranked #2, can also be found on Amazon, and it just happens to also be on the first page of the search results. And the third ranked soap dish made out of bamboo here, no surprise, it's also on the first page of Amazon. So how can this help you get reviews? Well, basically these review sites are the top ranking websites on Google in their niches, and they get tons of traffic. What these site owners are doing is they're getting affiliate sales for the products that they review and recommend. Basically, if we take a look on the review site, you'll notice next to each review, there's a link to buy the product directly on Amazon. And guess what? These are affiliate links. Anytime someone clicks on that button and buys anything on Amazon, the site owner gets a small commission for the referral. So you can take advantage of this by contacting the site owners of the top review websites in your product niche and have them write a review for your product on their website. And that way, shoppers looking for product recommendations on Google will find your product. How powerful is that? They're basically doing all the advertising and marketing for you. Now, speaking of advertising and marketing, while you're working on getting reviews to create social proof, you need to also make sure that you set up your Amazon PPC campaigns correctly so that you can fully take advantage and maximize your sales. And this video right over here will show you exactly how to do that.